streets.
Ask the streets. Ask the streets.
I like that one.
We have a guest speaker in the house today with us. Bleedo, come speak your mind.
Yeah, this Bleedo. I want to send a shout out to Ask the Streets Media. Definitely look out for them on their way. They finna take off. Hey man, I appreciate all that, but there's some real issues going on. Don't y'all see these boarded up houses we surrounded by? Don't y'all see this reality? And this preacher standing up here
with Brother Bleedo.
What's up?
Southside Chicago. This is another Ask the Streets Media production. Back at you.
What's up, man? I appreciate you, coming out here and interviewing me, man. It's definitely
Hey, my brother, man. That's what's up, man. Anybody got something to say in Chicago, I'm coming out of that.
Definitely.
But now, what I want the people to talk about, what I want to start talking about though, is the Hebrew Israelites.
Okay.
You was a Hebrew Israelite at one point.
Yeah.
And now you separated from that. And so I'd like you to get into the history of that.
Okay. Well, not to make it not to make a long story. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, basically what I wanted to do was growing up in Christianity. I wanted to learn the Bible. I felt like the Bible, had to have some type of validity to it because they say it was God's word. Right. So, I wanted to learn the Bible. Going to church, from my experience, I wasn't learning nothing, man. I'm going to church every Sunday and they jumping and shouting and running through the church. And I wasn't really getting no Bible, you know what I'm saying? So, what happened was, I used to study on YouTube. I ran across a few Israelites, funny cat, man. If you check him out, his name Tony Smith, man, and he be going hard, man. And he kind of started, shifting my direction more so he was in the Bible. So I was like, man, this is what's up. And I went to a Christmas party. Funny thing is, this Hebrew Israelite, I can't say his name, but he had a Christmas party, but he wasn't really with the Christmas party. His wife was with the Christmas party, but he wasn't on that or whatever. But he gave me a DVD with Brother Bowie on it, and can we say names and all that? Yeah. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Okay, well, he gave me a DVD with Brother Bowie on it, and it was called Black History Told by the Prophets. And I'm going, I put the DVD in, I watched the DVD, and he going straight through the scriptures showing how the Israelites or the black people in America was the Israelites of the Bible, you know what I mean? And I'm like, man, I never knew this, going to church on Sunday, they wasn't telling me I was an Israelite or giving me no type of history with the scripture. So I kind of went into that direction of studying with the Israel of God, and you know what I mean? And they gave me I'm gonna say a carnal perspective, not to bash them, but they gave me a fleshly understanding of the scriptures, not really what the Bible is intended for. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I studied with them for probably about a good 2 years, but I bought every DVD they had, like pretty much. I spent a lot of money on their DVDs. And I know I knew all their doctrines and everything like that. So, you start seeing all these different organizations. So that's basically what they is, organizations. And you start seeing these different camps from New York. You got LA camps, you got camps all over, man. And they all claiming to be the children of Israel, having the truth. You know what I mean? And this and that. So, that's how I kind of, went into that direction. Following the Hebrew Israelites.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Now, when you talk about the Bible, and you say, and I do understand what you're saying, but break it down to when you say the church, the Christian church, don't really teach the Bible.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
From my experience, man, when I would go to church, they would read like a verse and a half, 3 verses tops, okay. And then it would basically go into motivational speaking or a sermon. You know what I mean? It wasn't really like
feel good.
A feel good, which ain't nothing wrong with that in a sense, but where we live at, I don't want to feel good. At that time, I don't want you to make me feel good. I want to, we'll get into that, but I don't want to go to church and feel good. I want to figure out how we're going to change the conditions that we live in. You know what I mean? Right. If I'm coming to a meeting or a service, I got to get something out of the service. You know what I mean? So if I'm not going to learn the Bible, which I didn't learn when, I was going to church on Sunday or when I was going to the Christian church, then what else do you got to offer me? You know what I mean? So that's kind of like really what pulled me out of that Christianity thing. Was like, they ain't had nothing to offer. I ain't really trying to run through your church and dance and do all that. You know what I mean? So it was like, you know, the Israelite stuff just made more sense at that time for me.
So you still do believe in God?
Oh yeah, I believe. See, yeah, I definitely believe in God, but not the God that the church profess or claim. You know what I mean? It's just like
the God of Israel.
Nah, I don't believe. No.
Nah,
and I'm gonna explain why. Okay, it's just like
how you get out of that? How you get away from that? Because now you told us how we got in, how you got into it, how you get out of that.
Yeah, really, what it is like the Bible really pulled me away from it. Honestly, man, understanding it from a metaphysical or a spiritual perspective. You know, it's like, in order for you to teach the Bible or even understand it, it's sealed. You know what I mean? It's like if I give you a book in Chinese, you know what I mean? And say, go teach this. If you don't know how to read Chinese or understand Chinese, you're going to come up with your own, you know what I'm saying, spin on what you think it say.
Right.
So that's what happened with the Bible. A lot of people, and I'm going to put it out there like, man, that's a big number. I don't know, I ain't put no percentage on it or whatever, but a big number in this world, they don't understand the Bible. So they got a book, but it's sealed to them. You know what I'm saying?
So do you see the Bible as literal?
Nah. The Bible is 100%, from my understanding and my view, the Bible is 100% parable, allegory. Like it's characters in there, like Moses.
So none of the characters ever existed?
No. Because even if you want to say we can't prove that they existed. Right. You know what I mean? And when I say that, it's like you think about the story that people take literal, like that just makes no sense. Like the story of the religion is God gave laws, right?
Right.
Okay, and then the people couldn't keep these laws, so some had to die for, you know what I'm saying, for sins. So now you got God giving the law, you know, because they put God as a man. So now God like a man, pretty much, bro. It's like a daddy, basically. Yeah. You know what I mean?
A lot of feelings and stuff. He get jealous.
Yeah, he get jealous. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, so now this God give you laws that you can't keep, or that you can keep but you didn't keep.
Right.
And he come and he sent his son or himself, you know, because we believe at one time I believe Jesus was God. So he come himself and he died for sins.
Right.
Like that don't make sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you are the creator of air. We can't even see air. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, we breathing in prana. You know what I mean? But you want me to believe this story, and this is what, you know, drew me to spirituality to understand. That's not literal. You know, it's a meaning behind that.
Okay, so on the side note, you believe in evolution now?
Well,
or you recognize evolution as the truth?
Well, yeah. I mean, I put it like this: evolution is everything evolves. Everything evolves. So I mean, you could be a creation and believe in creation and still believe in evolution. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you can. There's certain things, and this is where I'm sort of like borderline, right? Because it's certain things we can see evolve, like the pregnancy, or
right.
I mean, situations of time we can actually see evolution.
Exactly. Like we getting older, you know what I'm saying? Like
right. You know
we evolved from you can't even remember, you know what I'm saying? But you look in the mirror now, you like, man, I know I'm my hair going back now, man. You know, I didn't look like this 10 years ago. So that in itself shows you evolution and evolving, you know, from cell phones from beepers to cell phones, whatever, you know. You can see the world is steady evolving, and you could get lost in religion, you know what I mean, and be stuck sitting there believing in that, and then you're gonna stay in the past, because that's what they use the book for.
So how do you think, and why do you think people get stuck into religion and can't get away from it?
That's a good question. I think basically, man, and when I say we, I'm saying black people that's poor, whatever, however you want to look at it, we get tired into wanting to be like, or show other people, want other people approval in a sense, you know what I mean? So you want to be a part of something. So this church gives you something to be a part of. It makes you feel like, oh, I go to this church, I'm a part of this organization. Right. You know what I mean? So it's like, so they like, you know, they get involved in that, and it keeps them there. But, you know, certain people, you know, don't want to evolve in a sense. Some people don't want to be leaders. Some people are not meant to be leaders. So those people want to always be in the church. Everything, from my understanding and how I see the universe, everything serves a purpose. So, you know, at that point when I was going to church or whatever, I served the purpose. I had to be there.
Right.
But it's not meant for me to stay there. Some people don't see that in themselves. They just let somebody else continue to make money off of them, continue to do all these things, and they just gonna stay there. You feel what I'm saying? And that's their purpose.
So is the church a bad thing?
It could, yeah. I mean, for me, yes. I mean,
because you can't say for you. I mean, I'm talking about for black people. Let's talk about for the people. Is church a bad thing for black people? Should we not be in the church?
It's kind of hard to answer that because everybody have their own situation. You know what I mean? Like a person could, in what they perceive to be negative or bad, could go to church and not do that no more. You get what I'm saying?
Church can't change.
Yeah. So his mind, even though him or her changed themselves.
They changed themselves.
Right. But that was the tool. But that was the tool. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, but if you want me to be like blunt and honest, the church need to change though. Period. It could be good, but it need to be used for the right reason. If we put money in the churches, then we gotta get something out of it. We gotta get something out of it, man. Like I don't know if when you was driving down here, it's about 10, 15 churches within.
Oh come on! From Racine to Halstead, from let's say 73rd to 71st is at least 10 churches.
Exactly.
They literally across the street from each other. I think that's being nice. It might be more. That's a small radius. That ain't no. I can't really get nobody who in New York reference of how small that space is to have 10 goddamn churches.
Exactly. And
you wonder why they gangbanging, right?
And peep this. Exactly. Peep this. Like, you all serve the same God, though.
Well, that's what I thought it was.
At least, they believe, all of them confess Jesus.
It's the God of Israel, right?
Exactly. So if you all believe in Jesus, then why you can't come together with your congregation and put money into the community? You know what I'm saying? We got poorness, we got schools, like, we can roll I'm right in the rest of school right across the street from me. Right. And, it's not modernized, and the crazy part about it is, we can't be like the white folks, bro, because the white folks, they can wait on the Savior. They got everything. I can wait on the Savior if I got everything. We can't wait on no Savior, bro. We gotta work. It's time to build. It's time for us to get it in. And it's like I don't know, man. People like me, a lot of people hate people like me because we speak the truth. You know what I mean? But the truth gotta be told.
The truth is hate speech in 2017.
Real talk.
The truth is hate speech. Now we dealing with a whole new phenomenon in 2017, right? Social media.
Yeah.
Religion that took social media now.
Yeah.
And so now you got people from every walk of life, and they meet up in certain places. And it's a guy out there named Brother Josh, who's supposed to be a debate champion, right?
Oh, yeah,
and he debate people with their religion, and you got like 3 references from him where he was saying that you didn't know what she was talking about.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's funny is that I debated him. You know what I mean?
Okay, you debated Brother Josh.
Yeah, we debated, and earlier it was my first debate on like a radio station, because I always used to debate. Kind of how I met Brother Josh was through Power Talk, which is like a debate room. Okay. You debate Muslims, the whole 9 yards. So I debated Josh on, and this is, I'm gonna put it out there, it's crazy that we had this debate because it's so simple to see. But we had a debate on when the day began. And, I'm using the scriptures just the same way he used the scriptures, you know what I mean? This brother and most of the Hebrew Isrealite community believes that a day starts when the sun go down. Puzzles me, bro. Like, puzzles me big time that the Bible clearly says that God created 2 lights. Whatever you, like I said, I got a whole different understanding of this, but this just on the take of him. Okay. That God created 2 lights. It say the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. And he made stars. Right. So if I want to know when the day is or when the day is, I'm going to look for the greater light. Period. Without man time, without me saying it's a 24-hour clock, any of that. When I look outside, if I see a light, I know it's day. I know a new day starting with light. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I clearly, won that debate. And from that point forward, you know what I mean? It just went downhill between me and the brother.
So he say the day is when the night is at nighttime. That's when the day starts.
And he say soon.
Okay, so when does the night start?
I asked that question, and That's a good question to ask. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it don't make sense. It's just like we live in a world of polarity.
That'll clear it all up. If you can tell, okay, if the day starts at night, then when does nighttime start? In the day?
They be flipping them, bro. They'll say, well, the sun when it's about to set, not when it's all the way. Man, ain't nobody got time for that. You know, see, this is how religions get created, though. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, not to flip the switch, because I want to go back and talk about Josh a little bit. But we live in a world of polarity. You know what I mean? We live in a world where you got up and down.
Once you create one, that automatically is created.
It's created. You feel what I'm saying? So we live in a world up and down, left and right, male and female. You understand?
Right.
Opposites, but at the same time makes each other neutral.
Duality.
So you're right, duality. So you got day and night. You got light and darkness. So how could you say that something is new when this light is going away and it's going to be dark? The only thing that could be new is it's going to be dark outside. The other side is finna come. You get what I'm saying?
They going off man law basically, with saying midnight starts a new day.
Pretty much.
And so that's not necessarily what the Bible would be saying. If the Bible said how it said, the greater light is the day.
Exactly. It say he called the light day.
Okay.
So if he called the light day, then that's what it is. You know.
Not that I necessarily believe that, but I'm just saying if that's what it say, then that's what makes sense to me.
Exactly. But again, see, this is what I'm saying about the Bible and people like Brother Josh. You know, he claims to have absolute Bible truth, and in order for you to teach absolute Bible truth, you cannot teach the Bible from a literal perspective. Okay. You cannot teach it from. That's not absolute. You know, the Bible in itself tells you that, you know, it's a parable. It's a verse where the Messiah or Jesus say, I only speak in a parable. Mm-hmm. So if he only speak in a parable, everything he said is a parable. Right. You know what I'm saying? There's another verse in there that talks about it being an allegory. The story of Abraham is an allegory. You know what I mean? So it's just, like I say, it's a lot in the Bible, but it just got in the wrong hands. Yeah. You know, you ever seen the book of Eli, that movie? Well, he knew the whole thing in his mind, but they were trying to get that book from him because they felt like it gave him power. You know what I mean? Exactly. So that's what pretty much what Brother Josh and with me and him, like I said, we got a long history, but he can hide a debate champion, man. I know the truth will always stand and the people will not accept the truth. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. So I don't need the popularity. I don't need to be popular to say, oh, I know I won a debate or whatever. You know what I mean? Right. As long as the truth was put out there, I felt like I did my job.
Somebody caught it.
Exactly. And for him to continue to call my name, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, you know, Debate Talk for You was supposed to be a big platform, man. Like,
it is pretty big. Sal turned it up over there. He doing all that, ain't he?
Yeah, I ain't gonna bash Sal. Cause you know me and Sal ain't gonna really like talk in terms like that right now. Okay. But what happened was, I'm gonna share this story with you real quick. What happened was we were always on Power Talk before Sal, you know, Debate Talk came into place. Okay. And we had a Facebook group called Something on Fire, Bible on Fire, something I don't remember. But one day they came in there, you know, one of Josh people came in there. He was like, man, come debate on Debate Talk for You. We got 50,000 listeners, over to 100,000 listeners. So instantly, you know, the carnal mind, the ego, like, oh, I could debate in front of 50,000 people and smash this brother. Yeah. Let me get over there. So they go to lie right there that they put out there. And you going, they ain't getting that many, bro. Hey, the proof is in numbers. I did a video. I took it down a while ago, but I did a video, bro. You go look at Debate Talk for You like page. No, and it's not a shade against Debate Talk for You. Like, I mean, I don't want to, you know, speak negative on nobody, but right. The truth is the truth again.
I just took some before his word.
Yeah. So you just
you got people all in China. I said, okay.
Right, and he could. I'm not gonna say that he don't, but it's just not what they said it was. Right. What I did was I did a video on it, and I took it off YouTube, but I went down his like page. I think he had like 1,200 likes. I went on his YouTube channel. His videos ain't even cracking 10,000. Yeah. So if you this popular and your debate, you know, your show is this popular and your debates are good, then guess what? Your YouTube channel should be up. It should be popping, bro. It should be popping.
And I think some of the lessons later debates fell off, though.
Yeah, because they have the same topics and it's not what in your opinion. What is it doing to the people? It's keeping them trapped, bro. It's keeping them in bondage. It's not freeing nobody.
It's not freeing nobody. But I'm just keep it from my perspective, and then I guess in the journey, I like hearing perspectives.
Okay.
And so I don't mind hearing perspective. I'm not even being biased. I might have my opinion on it.
Okay.
But I do like to hear everybody's perspective, just to be hearing it, just to get understanding of it.
Right.
So
And it's nothing.
That's why I would tune in.
Yeah, it's never nothing, and it's never nothing wrong with two different perspectives. Again, like we say, polarity. So it's good to see two different, people go at it for different topics. But if it's the same topic, if I'm debating you about a virgin birth, and you telling me a woman can have a baby without, a man, you gotta prove that.
You gotta prove that. And so there's a lot of illogical things that's unproven in the Bible that people believe.
That's true.
And these are rational people that's probably doctors, lawyers, anything. Man. You talk about people who do important jobs in this world, engineers and everything. But when it comes to this belief, they can't break it. They can't seem to be rational with it. So what's that about? Is this fear? What's this about? What's going on?
Yeah, the book say fears of the devil. You know what I'm saying? And the devil is the carnal mind. It's not no fallen angel who on the earth looking to do all this. It's just the carnal mind. It's your ego. You know what I mean? So it has to be, and this my only rational understanding of what I can come up with when it comes to that. These people can think on how to do medicine and all this and that, but they were raised traditionally in the church. So tradition is one of the hardest things to shake.
Yeah,
think about it. You take half and half from your parents. Right. They say 23 chromosomes or whatever. So you got all that in you. So if your family is Christian, it's hard for you to shake that. Because now you're going against you're going against the family now, or you're going against the two. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, what I say is, to reject tradition is to begin to wake up to yourself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. And to wake up to yourself is to reject tradition. Because that's what the Bible means when it says you gotta be born again. What does it mean to be born again? As a child, you have no knowledge of nothing. You have no religion. You don't even have a nationality. You don't even know you black or white or Chinese or whatever it is. You don't know nothing about none of that. Your mind is free.
When you mention nationality, that's one of the things that the Hebrews push.
Yeah.
And I personally, although I wish they get rid of some of the dogmatic things, like ISPK, I like them guys, man, but they so dogmatic.
Yeah.
And they thought process, but I really like how they get out, and I like what they talking about.
Yeah.
Because it's real. And
they talk about what goes on. Yeah.
It's something real what they said to what they said. Because if black folks did follow these particular laws, statutes, and commandments, not necessarily via the Bible, but the natural law of respect me, treat me how I want you to be treated, treat me how I want to be treated, whatever. Right. They say that.
Right.
It makes so much sense to me. And the nationality thing, what they talk about, saying we need to claim a nationality to get respected. How you feel about that? Do you agree with that or no?
Well, honestly, I don't get me wrong when I'm saying I can see it from their perspective, but you really don't have to claim a nationality. All you have to do is be yourself. You know what I mean? When you be yourself, in turn, you light up the universe.
Alright.
You get what I'm saying? When you wake up to your higher self, your higher mind, things of that nature.
I understand. Are you saying this from a spiritual place, or when you think about the black race in America and the things that we deal with, really worldwide?
Yeah. Well,
how does that work? What's that?
See, my thing is, okay, how can I say this? We've been conditioned as black people to fall into trying to be like other people.
Right.
You know what I mean? We lost our identity in that sense. You know what I mean? But how could we come together as a people when we can't even agree on simple things?
Oh man, that's the point. But that's what this nationality thing. At least we can agree on that, right?
Don't get me wrong, I could agree, yeah, you my brother, we brothers and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? Right. But when you say nationality, it's like, who gonna be the president? What government you gonna have? Because when you deal with the Bible as well.
ISPK said
yeah, see, so who made them that though? You know, don't get me wrong, did the people, like for example, and I don't get into politics like that, and I know we really don't vote the president in, none of that. Don't get me wrong. It's just all in the sense of what we believe.
Right.
But who voted General Yohana to be the president of the children of Israel, or the black people in a sense? Who voted him to be that? Is he really the voice of us?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
You know what I mean? So when you deal with nationality,
saying this, but you know, I feel what you're saying.
Yeah, it's almost like you gotta join a group. It's like religion, bro. You gotta. I rock with y'all commandments and what y'all saying. How can I be a part of it? Oh, you gotta bow down to General Yohana.
Oh no.
You get what I'm saying? This is the general. If you don't do what the general say, you out of there. And I had a similar situation at the Israelite God where, you know, the pastor,
Bowie.
Yeah, Bowie. I didn't get kicked out. People say I got kicked out left, and I just want to make that plain. But I debated a brother about the Sabbath day. You know, we were debating about, you know, the Israelite God teach you can't have sex with your wife on the Sabbath day. Period. They on some straight, I don't know, one day. And I went for it. I'm going to be real. I went for a lot of this stuff. They almost threw all my damn bread away one day for a feast. I just bought all type of pizza and everything. And they like, it's a feast coming up. You can't have none of that in your crib. So I went for all that dumb stuff. But you know what I'm saying? What happened was, the conversation me and the brother had, he took it to Bowie. So I'm sitting in the church, I'm sitting in the service, Bowie spit the whole conversation out, bro. Like, people in there talking about you can sleep with your wife on the Sabbath day, you better get your own church. So like, now let's say you join the ISUPK, like you say you like what they saying. They say you can't sleep with your wife because God watching you, bro. So God watch you when you take a piss. You know what I'm saying? When you on the toilet, He watching when you have sex with your wife. What type of God is this that y'all serving, bro? Like,
so you saying
I can't get with
they telling me was God telling them or telling me I can't have sex on my wife with the on Sabbath?
God telling the general to tell who the people who are part of it. You get what I'm saying?
I can't tell me this shit.
Exactly. God might as well come holler at you though, and that's really what it is though, because the Bible say God is all and in all.
Okay.
So you know what's right and what's wrong. Like you just said, treat others like you want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? You ain't have to read that in no Bible to know that, man, if I do good deed to you, I expect you to do good deed to me. You ain't got to read that. You know what I'm saying? But they gonna put them pages in front of you and say, see, God said. No, you said. God ain't said nothing. This is what you telling me God said. You get what I'm saying?
I do. Now, we some of the Hebrew Israelites, well, I think all the Hebrew Israelites say that Jesus is black.
Yeah, which is crazy.
And they believe that King James is black.
Which is crazy.
Go into that for me, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could understand, you know, you want your God or your Messiah to resemble you. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why the Caucasian or the white man painted a white Jesus. You know what I'm saying? But that's how you know that these are not real characters. You know what I mean? Because you never seen these people. So when you deal with King James, I did a research on King James. I heard stuff from what I read myself. I done seen a picture that people put out of him being black, which is not real a good picture at all. It's not even a picture. And I've heard he was a homosexual and things of that nature. But King James is not the author of what's written in the spirit. You get what I mean? So whether he was black, which I know he could be or he couldn't be. See, when you deal with universal laws and universal people, it ain't about color. You get what I'm saying? King James could be Chinese. King James could be white. King James could be African. He could be whatever. You know what I mean? The point of it is not to look at the messenger, but get the message. That's all it is. You know what I mean? Whether Jesus existed, which I know he didn't exist from my research.
That's what you're saying is true, and I totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But the world we live in is built on racism, and so we deal with these things, and so this is like a part of our damn bloodline. We can't not think about this because we in a situation in America here where we gotta think about this kind of. So So does that have anything to do with why? Because like if Jesus existed, he couldn't be white. At least we know that for a fact.
How we know though?
Well, I don't know how we know. Because of the place in the world, I guess. I mean, because shit, Israel ain't no white. Well, it wasn't white folks that now, but you know, they took over the land.
See, that's the thing though. See, we going off somebody else's story though. You know, if we wasn't actually there, we only gonna believe what somebody else tell us. So if you want Jesus to exist, you gonna paint Jesus how you want to paint him.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So you got to look at Jesus more so. This is my opinion. I ain't telling you what to do, but you know nobody what to do. But you gotta look at Jesus more so as a spirit. Can you see air? What color is the air that we breathe right now? We can't see it. You know what I'm saying? What color is it? I don't know.
Spirit is breath, right? Anyway.
Yeah, spirit is air. You know what I'm saying? So if Jesus is God or if Jesus is a spirit, then why do we have to have a body? Why can't he be in your body?
I understand the analogy of Jesus' story. I get it.
Yeah.
You got the guy, and we done seen that happen multiple times.
Yeah. So let me put it like this: do you believe that a white person could be righteous or a spirit?
Are you asking me that?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
I don't think all white people are bad.
No, not all. Oh, okay. I'm just saying, do you think one? Let's just say one white person. Do you think they can have be righteous? Like,
and this shouldn't even be a hard question.
I know it shouldn't be. You over there,
but in my honest opinion, it's so I do believe that, but I don't think they're not gonna see the air breath of heaven and say nothing out loud to everybody hearing this shit.
Right. But so with me saying that is, if this same air that you breathe that makes you conscious and want to help your people, help your brothers and make them aware of the communities and what's going on, that same spirit could be in a white person. Mm-hmm. That same spirit could be in the Chinese person. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's God right there. That's God right there. Consciousness, being aware, love, helping your brother, wanting to do this, that. That's consciousness. You feel what I'm saying? You don't have to come to my church for me to pat your pockets down and say, give me 10% of your check for you to be aware of that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But we can all come together and say, how can we fix this? Because it's not about greed now, it's about love. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you doing this interview with me out of love. I'm doing it out of love. Ain't no money involved in this. You know what I'm saying? Right. We doing this because we want to put the information out there. Right. We want people to be aware of what's going on. That's God in itself.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? So
I do feel that. I do feel what you're saying.
So I don't look at white people like they the devil. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I still look at the polarity though. It's still left. You got an enemy. You got an enemy. Sometimes my enemy is the brother. You know, I walk outside. I got to worry about. You know, just what was this? This was Saturday night, bro. Saturday night at 2 a.m. I walk in the house. And about 30 minutes before I even lay my head down, 7-8 shots right here on the corner where I stay at. Somebody in a car look out the window. You know, I see a car parked up against the side, windshield wipers going on and off. Boo just got shot. From what I read, got shot in the right temple and in the calf. Oh, man. He drove off, or his friend, because it looked like somebody was pushing somebody over. I really couldn't. It happened so fast, but it's 2 a.m, so I'm not really all the way fully there. But you know, that just happened here. So who was the white man his enemy, or was the dude who just shot him his enemy?
But when you ask that question, see, because you could go back to what led to the whole mentality of him, that guy won't even go shoot that brother like that. So I don't know.
Yeah,
that's deep.
But that's what
go deeper than.
But that's what we got to clean up, though. You know what I'm saying? That's the part where we fell in. You know what I'm saying? As elders or as people, right? Because we supposed to be an example for them. Like I'm gonna just put it out there like this. I live in a rich suburb. It's whites, Chinese, it's blacks, everything pretty much out there. You know what I'm saying? They can go work hard, come home, lay their head down. I go out, I work hard. I can't lay my head down like they can. Cause somebody out trying to blow somebody's head off. Bullet can come through my window. My kids could be up here. They can get shot. You know what I mean? That type of stuff that happen. So my thing is, all of us as righteous people, we have to start talking to these brothers, man. And when I say talking, we gotta be an example. We can't be just like them, bro.
Showing some love, man. Give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Cause we so hard on each other, man. We don't give each other a chance, and we believe stereotypes about ourselves. We look at each other and.
Exactly.
And this is and see that right there is why when the ICPK and them guys talk about the nationality, that's why I really that resonates with me because I know it's something wrong with us. We ain't loving on each other like we supposed to. We ain't seeing ourselves in each other. You know what I mean? So it gets deep, man.
But do you think, okay, what they teach, and what I was taught was God put a curse on the black people?
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
I don't believe everything they say.
No. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
It's some of what they say I resonate with because it's just some man shit. You know
No, what I'm saying is like, that don't sit with me though. That's how, because it's like God is a witch and he put a magic spell on all black people because we don't sit in the house on Saturday or we sleep with our wife on Saturday. We fuck. You feel what I'm saying? Like, no. So that's what I'm saying. So it's like that we Americans, right? In that sense.
I guess
we live on American soil, right? Okay, so we're American. So whether you say you a Hebrew or whatever,
you gonna follow these rules.
We still Americans, right?
You gonna follow these
At the end of the day, so that to me in that sense of acknowledging the fact that we have a problem and acknowledging the fact that we are Americans, acknowledging the fact that we gotta work, we gotta build up.
Okay.
We gotta build up. It don't gotta. They can push their religion all day. Oh, we Hebrew, we God's chosen people, blah blah blah, whatever, bro. Y'all poor. Brothers ain't got no. I mean, they ain't got. What do they have? I mean, for real though. Like, sit back and if you analyze the Israelite religion, going back to the point when we first started, most people who join their religion is Looney Tune.
What you mean by Looney Tune? Everybody don't get that. I understand. But that's Chicago lingo.
Yeah, they don't have it all up here. Okay, they don't have it all up here. They don't have it all up here. So. If you really look at that religion, though, I got family in it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Poor, crazy,
looking for an out.
Looking for an out. So that can't be God. How's that God? But the picture they point of God is God to send his son to get his ass, excuse me, but he get his ass whooped for you and all that. So if he loved you that much to that point, and now you keeping these laws, why your life still fucked up?
Something else to that. Then.
It's something else to that. You feel what I'm saying? Where your community at? Where your bank? Because it say you're going to be blessed if you keep these commandments. You want to look blessed.
You know, also what's in the Bible, right? I have trouble dealing with is in the beginning, well, early in stages, before man came, God had to fight with the devil and cast him out and sent him to earth. Then came to the earth, void of darkness, and put life on earth, and then told us we better not sin.
Exactly.
But you basically sent us to hell.
Exactly, pretty much.
Because this is the devil's playground.
That's what I'm saying. So that don't even make sense from it being a literal story. You know what I mean? It gotta be a spiritual understanding that, because darkness in the scripture means what? Void, nothingness, killing, murder, all of that. But when you come out of darkness and you come into that light, you see things different. You know what I mean? So it's like, if God fighting, what the fuck? I mean, like, if I'm a creator, bro. Like, I created everything. Who am I fighting?
Ain't nobody to fight.
Ain't nobody to fight. I created your mind.
Ain't nobody to fight but yourself. And so some people say like Jesus ain't nothing but the devil in the ski mask. Well, no, the devil ain't nothing but Jesus in the ski mask.
That's what it was. That's what it had to be. Maybe God got bored and felt like he just needed to fight himself.
He needed to fight himself, right? You know,
because it don't make sense to create a being that will have just as much power as you and can do what he want to do on earth, and you can't stop him.
You can't stop. But it almost trying to go back to what we were talking about with duality. Once you create one, the other automatically is created. So like once you say this is the best chicken I ever tasted, you created the worst chicken.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That has to exist.
It has to be.
Yeah, because
so even with God, if God created himself, he had to create that alter ego. Just for, you know.
That makes sense to me, because the way the world is, it has to be opposite.
That's how it works, right?
That's how the world works. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like I say, man, you know, this is. I like what you're doing, man. I know it's gonna take off because you're doing something big here. You know what I'm saying? And you know, people need to really start opening up. You know, just come let the knowledge, put the knowledge out there and do work. You know what I'm saying? Not let's just talk about it. Let's start building. You know what I mean?
Before you go through that, I wanted to ask you. I want to say, let me put some final thoughts out there.
Okay.
So go ahead, let's do that now. Take a moment to do that now. Put some final thoughts out there. What you want the people to know?
Okay. Like I was saying, man, you know, we in a time now where, especially in this city, you know what I'm saying, Chicago, I can't speak for nowhere else. We had an all-time high of murders. Our kids ain't being educated. You know, the public school system is failing us. It been failing since I was born, and that's a long time ago. It's time for us to evolve, like what we were talking about. How is my son learning the same thing I was taught 20 years ago? I didn't have a cell phone and Facebook and social media when I was going to school. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So it's time for us to put our money into things that matter. You know what I mean? Our future, the kids is our future. So that's where our money should go. If I'm paying a $200 cell phone bill, something wrong with me. Because I can go get a damn Metro PCS phone for $50 and it's gonna do the same thing. Now I can take that $150 and put it in the kids. You know what I mean? That's how we gotta think. Our money can't be tied up into all these different places who ain't giving a damn about us. We live here. You know what I mean? We live here. They don't. They go back to rich suburbs and live in fucking $300,000 houses with swimming pools in their backyard. The only time we get a swimming pool in our backyard when it fucking flood, like it did a couple days ago. You know what I mean? That's the only time we get a swimming pool in our backyard. But on some real though, so we have to start really focusing on ourselves and pointing the finger at us. Because that's the only person who can change anything. The white man, yeah, you know, the white people got money, yeah, they rich, blah, yeah, I'm looking at them when I see it. But then I look at my people and I say, okay, they got money too though, because the white people couldn't hide no bread if we didn't spend our money with them. So they getting the money from somewhere. We got people that's working just like they got people that's working. Right. But we just ain't investing in ourselves. We can't live that same lifestyle they got. It was designed for them. It wasn't designed for us to live like them.
We gotta invest in ourselves.
Exactly. We have to start investing in ourselves. We don't do nothing, man. And hey, put my email on or whatever. I'm willing to get down. I'm willing to build. I'm willing to be a person that started. And you know what I mean? I already know it's gonna be hate because that's just what comes with black people. You know, that comes with our territory. You gotta be prepared for that. But I'm willing to take it because if it takes that to make a difference in 15, 20 years, because I'm not gonna be here forever. Put that out there, in 20 years, maybe somebody else can take that. You know what I mean? That's how we gotta look at it, bro.
All right, man, I appreciate it, baby.
All right, for sure.
Appreciate it, Bleedo. We out.
If you have questions that you would like to ask the streets, contact us at askthestreetsmedia@gmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching.
We have a guest speaker in the house today with us. Bleedo, come speak your mind.
Hey man, I appreciate all that, but there's some real issues going on. Don't y'all see these boarded up houses we surrounded by? Don't y'all see this reality? And this preacher standing up here telling y'all God is good. Well, it ain't looking like God is good in this community. Let me talk to y'all. I used to search for God on my quest for knowledge. Found out religion poison, only out for bondage. Saturday or Sunday, look, it's all the same. A mental institution for the ones that don't use their brains. They say I'm insane, and I'm an unbeliever. White God and black God, the church is full of jungle fever. People killed every day, and what religion do? Tell you come to church, and would you please let me pray for you? But what do prayer do? And who you praying to? I can tell you now, without actions, you ain't breaking through. Now I won't join your crew, it's full of hypocrites. In Jesus' name, I revoke your church membership. Take your power back, cause I've been down that road thinking I was saved and realized I was a lost soul. Changed my life for nothing, but I'ma get to that. I can hear the church people saying that he'll be coming back. I went to church for nothing. I went to church for nothing. I went to church for nothing, seeking for the Lord, but at the end what I found was nothing. I went to church for nothing. I went to church for nothing. I went to church for nothing, seeking for the Lord, but at the end what I found was nothing. Forgive me, God, I'm trying to wake them up. Through my experience, the church, it depend on us. They trying to make a buck and fill their pockets up and leave us stranded in the hood while they live it up. I'm tired of it. They don't follow you. They tell us lies and make it seem like they hollow you. Older people love it. That's why we brainwashed, praying to a God who got us stuck inside a damn box. They failing us. Can't you people see it? Just look around at our communities. It's time to free it. Houses boarded up. Why they don't preach rebuild? Matter of fact, build schools and teach our children skills. Yet they won't worship and praise too. This God I know is about action.
salvation and y'all times due. So what it is, let's make them answer now. And if they don't, it's time to shut these churches down. I went to church for nothing. I went to church for nothing. I went to church for nothing, seeking for the Lord, but at the end what I found was nothing. I went to church for nothing. I went to church for nothing. I went to church for nothing, seeking for the Lord, but at the end what I found was nothing. The choir starts singing in the church. You cry cause you're tired of being hurt. Emotions run through your mind, and that's when the preacher start his line. Religion getting us nowhere. By the looks of it, they really don't care. Wasted time in the church and let them blind me. But now I see, now I see, now I see. I went to church for nothing. I went to church for nothing. I went to church for nothing, seeking for the Lord, but at the end what I found was nothing. I went to church for nothing. I went to church for nothing. I went to church for nothing, seeking for the Lord, but at the end what I found was nothing.